To the Life Support Podcast with your hosts, Michele VanDusen and June Colson. A couple of clean comedians here to support each other and others through comedy's wacky and winding roads. They'll talk about highs and lows and some traumatizing shows. So get ready, get set, let's go! Welcome to the Life Support Podcast, brought to you by the Hotbreath Comedy Network. I'm your host, June Colson, here with my friend Michele with 1L VanDusen. It's the Thanksgiving show, Michele. Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day.
Listen, I love Thanksgiving. I love it. It's like the most least pressured holiday of like all the holidays. It's just food and football. You don't think so?
Yeah, but who has to make that food? Do you guys do the easy way? Do you like order it and then have it just show up, or you just go pick it up and have to warm everything? Or do you spend time, in the kitchen cooking and creating and making a masterpiece meal for them just to tear it apart in 2 seconds?
Well, we don't order anything, that's for sure. But it's a little bit of both. Like Jason's side of the family, they do a potluck. Basically, somebody brings a turkey and ham, and then everybody brings the sides and desserts. And then my family does the same. But when we have our Thanksgiving for our kids and my parents and stuff at our house, then yeah, Jason and I, we cook a lot. We cook a lot of foods. But again, my family still brings sides and desserts and things like that. So the pressure's not on. But I like to cook, and I'm a 3 ingredient, make it fast, simple person. You know what I mean? So, but my husband, oh, that's a whole different story, Michele. Oh, sweet Jason. No, he basically doesn't cook at our house anymore at all. And,
why did you burn it all down?
Well, not yet, but so as a fireman, he would cook all the time.
Yeah.
The fire department, you would kind of be assigned a month or whatever to cook for your shift. So every third day you're cooking for your shift. The next month it's somebody else. And he's a really good cook. Okay. So when he first got hired, he was a rookie, and you don't want to be the guy who's a bad cook. And so he would practice all of these meals. I'm talking like lasagna from scratch and chicken cordon bleu and all of that stuff. And I got to be the taste tester. So pretty awesome. But then what happened is when he came home, he didn't cook. He would only cook if there was like an audience where people could be like, "You're so great. It tastes so good." So if we do a potluck, if we go to somebody's house and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to make mac and cheese." He's like, "Oh, I got a recipe for macaroni and cheese." Now he's going to make it. He's going to make it so that he looks like he does all the cooking and he's the awesome cook, Jason, the fireman, right? But only if people will, pat him on the back and tell him how awesome he is. And I'm like, "Look, if you'll cook for me, I'll stand up on the kitchen chair. I'll applaud. I'll take pictures. I'll post it on Facebook. Tell me what I need to do," because he's such a good cook. But I think the pressure's off mainly because there's not gifts. It's not Valentine's Day. You're not going to, hurt somebody's feelings if you don't get them the right gift for the one that you love. And you're not disappointed if the one that you love gets you nothing or buys you something for themselves. I'm just saying. I may or may not be married to someone who does that. So yeah, you just got to eat food and chill out and sit around and hang out. So
yeah, that's true. So do you have any special traditions that you do for Thanksgiving?
I don't think so. I mean, it used to when my grandparents were alive, it would be the Thanksgiving Day parade. We would always watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. And so like all of those traditions and stuff, I feel like they kind of died when my grandparents died. You know what I mean? It's like nobody really picked it up from there.
You're like, we're only doing this because of you. You're dead.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah. No, I mean, there is those people in your life, the family members that are the glue that, kind of holds everybody together. And I guess that's how it kind of works. The transition eventually will be, Jason and I will be the glue for our sons to come together on holidays, and that kind of deal. So
yeah, but you guys don't have any traditions. So why would you be the glue then? Do you
Well,
know what
our
I
tradition,
mean?
we have traditions like, I mean, we cook a meal and we hang out
Oh,
together on Thanksgiving. So
yeah.
that's it, that's about it. But there's no like, we don't have like a tradition where the man of the house carves the turkey and we sit around and sing turkey songs or anything like or
Yeah.
trick or treat or something.
Okay, if you did have a turkey song to sing, what would you sing?
Oh, it would definitely be the gobble till you wobble. I would have to have a song where you could wobble, wobble, wobble. So, but not
Wobble,
the
wobble,
wobble
wobble.
baby. I know somebody's already written that one, but it would be the
Really?
gobble till you wobble. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
would that go? Like, like, 'cause
Oh,
you've got grandkids coming, right?
yes.
And, here's fun Grandma June. So, and she's
Yeah.
gonna do the gobble wobble song. So what does it sound like?
It would be like gobble till you wobble, 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 gobble till you wobble, and let's wash the dishes. And then I would make them wash the dishes. I used to sing songs to make my kids clean up stuff like, I think I think it was Barney that did the clean up,
Yeah.
everybody everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so I would like I would sing for my kids to do stuff. Sing
Mhm.
in competitions, that was the best. So, like,
Yes.
if we were gonna clean up the house, we had to put the pressure on, right? I have 2
Mhm.
boys, very competitive, so I'd be like, "Okay, come here, boys. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pretend that aliens are coming to attack our house
Oh, no.
in 30 minutes. And they only attack homes where boys have dirty rooms.
Uh-oh.
So if we want to survive before the aliens attack,
Yeah?
you have to get your room cleaned.
Okay.
I'm going to set a timer on the microwave, and in 30 minutes, aliens will attack. Ready, set, go. They
Ah!
would run to the rooms and they would clean their room frantically. And I would run back in and I'd be like, 15 minutes on the clock. So they would get all excited, or it would be like a bomb's going to explode on our house. Or I feel like my kids, I feel like one of them really should have gone into the bomb guy who diffuses the bombs or whatever. Like I
MacGyver?
wouldn't be. Yeah, no.
Or an actual
Well,
career.
between that and my daddy hot dog who can make anything out of nothing, yeah, I think that my youngest son is trying to decide what to do with his life. And I think I'm gonna tell him, you need to be a MacGyver. You need to be the guy in the bomb suit, what kind of mother, Michelle, what kind of mother wants that for her son? Oh
Be
my
the guy that
gosh.
drives the robot in the bomb suit. I mean, because so
Yeah.
he'd be in the bomb suit, safe by the van, and he would just
Mm.
operate the robot that has to go, in. Because they have those. They have the little claw and whir. I don't think
Is that what
the
the
robot
claw?
actually makes noise, but it's
Is
the
that your
whirring
sound
noise.
effect, Michelle? Do
It
you do
it's
sound effects on stage? Is that
it's
your
the
claw
whirring
sound?
noise. Yes, it is. It's the whirring noise of the motor. That's what it
What's
is.
your bear sound? What does a bear sound like?
Grr. Oh,
About the
no.
same as the.
Okay, no. My bear sound is, "Hey, boo boo, let's go get us a picnic basket."
Okay. This is
Or
going off the rails. This went off the rails really fast, didn't it? All right, so
yes,
so what does that have to do with comedy and laugh support?
and
Absolutely
Thanksgiving.
nothing, but it's our show. We can talk about whatever we want to. No, so we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. We're talking about the
Yeah,
things that we're thankful for as far as comedy goes. And just recently, actually, the last couple of gigs that I booked, it was from friends who put my name out there, who recommended me.
yeah.
And I think that's huge. I think that's a huge deal. I am really thankful that I have so many amazing comedians and friends in my life who are supportive and cheering me on, but also that I've gotten to the level or the ability that other comedians recognize that and don't mind, because when you recommend somebody for a gig, I mean, they're doing the show but your name's on it. You've given them that opportunity, and the person that you told, hey, book Michelle VanDusen, they trust you. And so most people are not going to recommend a comedian that they don't trust, that they
Yep.
don't believe has the chops to do the gig. And
Yeah.
so I'm definitely super thankful for that. I think that's really awesome. What about you? What's something you're thankful for?
Um, that I have a friend. that's out there doing comedy because someone recommended her.
Okay.
Uh, and I'm thankful that actually for Hot Breath, because they have a writers
Mm,
group every day, and every day you can tune in to see what the word of the day is, and you have a community and a support there that you can write a joke within 10 minutes, and not all of them are good. Okay,
yeah.
majority of the jokes are not good,
Yeah, they're not.
but you're working your comedy muscle, so even if you don't have, a gig to do or if you're not up on stage, I'm thankful that every day I'm learning how to discipline myself to keep writing, and, as you keep doing that, when it time comes, you could write a really good joke or a really good set. So
Yes.
that's what I'm thankful for, having that community of, comics.
Well, I'll tell you this, I'll tell you a couple of my jokes I've written in Write 10, okay, in the writers
Okay.
group in the morning, and, just to prove that they're not all good, okay? So, okay,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
polls, that was a word one day, polls,
Polls,
P-O-L yeah,
Pollle.
L-E oh, I don't know how to spell, so
So
not a
one
poll like you're going to vote, but a poll like
Okay, so
a climbing
Pole.
pole. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, so
okay.
here's my joke. So they give you a word of the day, and you're supposed to write a joke in 10 minutes. It's supposed to be
And
a
it's a
new joke.
random yeah.
And it's a random word. So pole was the word one day. So here's my joke for that. My family loved to gear up and go mushroom hunting. But if you ask me, hiking boots and trekking poles were a bit much for dinner at Pizza Hut. Okay.
Okay, that's really good.
Okay. I'm so worried people are going to steal these magical jokes I have. Okay. Let's see.
Do you have another one?
Um, oh, okay. The word was calendar.
Calendar.
Calendar. So I put with the name June, it makes you think that I'd be a calendar girl, but with my figure, you're more likely to find me in the Farmer's Almanac. So dumb. Um,
Yeah, but you weren't called Winter, so,
yeah, that's
yeah,
true. Okay,
right?
and then,
Yeah.
let's see, awake, that was a word one
Awake.
day.
Okay.
So this is really dumb. I hate the feeling of being startled awake, especially when the light had only been green for like 15 seconds.
So you're in traffic. Nice. I like it. I
Right, and
like
then
it.
okay, and the last one was dummy, I think. I think the word was dummy. Anyway,
Dummy.
men claim to be better drivers, but I've never seen them use a female crash test dummy. Clearly, we would have just avoided the collision. Okay, so but
Okay, so
basically, yes. So because of that group, I was able to jump in and learn to just write really quickly and not overthink what I'm doing. And then what I discovered is by doing that, the mushroom joke, the trekking poles and whatever, it's a bit much for
yeah,
dinner at Pizza Hut. I was trying like that week, I was trying to practice just kind of that left-hand turn that,
yeah,
you didn't know what direction that was going. And so what I would do each week is I would try to make it personal, one,
mhm,
because, you know, we do know that people do take jokes, they steal jokes. There are people who've been busted doing someone else's like entire bit.
yeah,
And one of my mentors early on had said, the more personal you make it, the more difficult it is for somebody to come and take your material and do it somewhere else. Like when people hear your stuff and
yeah,
they'll know that it's you. And so each time that I write a joke, I try to write it about myself, my family, my husband, or a real experience, a real personal experience. And what I discovered about that by writing those one-liners is that I would go back and look and I would be like, oh man, Pizza Hut. Yeah,
yeah.
Pizza Hut used to be, there was
The
a
place.
small yeah, there was a small fraction of time where, my family had enough money to actually go out to dinner on a Friday night, okay? So,
Ah,
I grew up very poor, but there was this little bit of time where my dad was working consistently and, whatever, and so it was such a big deal to go to Pizza Hut on Friday nights. And I started thinking about all the things that happened at Pizza Hut. I like literally I know my mom and dad's order. They ordered the
Wow.
exact same thing every week.
Which
I do
was?
a large super supreme, thin and crispy, no black olives, a Diet Coke in a to-go cup because mom wanted the plastic to-go cup. She got her a free cup every time we went. And then a pitcher of Budweiser with 2 frosted glasses and a salt shaker because my dad would salt his beer. And I thought it was
Really?
oh my gosh, I thought it was the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Have you ever seen salt in a beer, Michelle? Have you ever seen it?
No,
So
I have not.
he would have this, this clear glass with frost around the top of it. And then he would pour his beer into the glass and then he would shake salt into it. And when he did, the little salt crystals go down and they
Yeah.
kind of light up inside the beer and then it causes a little bit of foam to come up. It's a whole like scientific, chemistry, chemical reaction or
Yeah.
whatever. And so, but I started thinking about like the Pac-Man and the Mrs. Pac-Man video game and how my
Yes.
brother like he basically stole the coins out of the machine every week so that we could continuously play and just the goofy, like my dad always told the waitress, my dad would always tell the waitress a good joke. And by good joke, it was a dirty joke because back in the
Yeah.
80s, men could just walk up to women and tell them dirty jokes and they were supposed to laugh and giggle and walk away from it. And
Yeah, it was it
so,
was it was awkward laughter. That's what that
yes,
was. Yeah.
yes. And so by doing that, by the right 10, it got me where I'm writing, I'll write a joke in the morning and I don't necessarily hang on to, they have a winning joke of the day.
Mhm.
And I won it a few times in the past but I've never hung on to it like that's my goal or my purpose in that group is to try to have the winning joke of the day. Like I just
Yeah.
want to exercise. I just want to work it out. If I don't win, whatever. And it's rare to win because there's so many people in that group.
If I get
Uh,
1 vote, I'm happy. I'm like, "I
yeah.
won."
Yeah. And
Even if
it's
it's
usually
me clicking
I
it.
usually get 1 vote, you get 1 vote, and it's Michelle voting for me and me voting for Michelle, but that's okay
Woo!
because,
We win.
that's laugh support right there. That's laugh support. So, yeah, so the Hot Breath Comedy Network, and then you do other stuff with the network, right? Like you're a
Uh,
pro. I'm not a pro. Michelle's a pro.
yes, I paid the extra money to be a pro.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really neat to be in the pro group, and it's well worth the money because there's different workshops in there. There's like green rooms. There's other things happening within the pro group, and if you are really serious about your comedy and or if you're just starting out and you're like, what should I
Mhm.
do? You should probably join the pro group because it's really, really good. It really
Yeah.
is.
And Joel has got connections with some heavy hitting comedians.
Yeah.
Early on before it became a separate group or whatever when anybody just lowlies like me could bounce in there. Actually, cheapskates like me who didn't pay for the pro thing could bounce in there. He would do workshops on like roasting,
Mhm.
and hosting. Look at me rhyming today. There'd be roasting, there'd be hosting, there'd be
Yeah, which is
toasting.
not at all Thanksgiving. We're not talking about Thanksgiving dinner,
Yeah,
like, we're gonna roast the
yeah.
turkey, and then
Well,
we're
we
gonna
are talking
host
about
the dinner.
Thanksgiving.
I just wanted to bring that back.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, and because of the Hot Breath Comedy Network, that's who inspired us to do a podcast in the first place. And I'm thankful
Yes.
for the podcast. I'm thankful for all the guests who've popped on and have hung out with us, and uh, you know, the connections that we've made just through that. People that I knew through comedy, but I got to know them a lot better by just sitting down and having a one-on-one conversation. So I'm definitely thankful for that. What do you think?
Now,
What are you grinning about?
okay, so because of our podcast being supported by Hot Breath Comedy, Network,
Mhm.
I was looking at our listeners, throughout the world last night, and so we have the most listeners this past week from India, and then we have
Okay. Hello, India. Hi,
right?
India.
Woohoo! And then we have United States was 2nd, and then we have listeners in Germany, we have listeners in Singapore,
Ah,
we have listeners in the
sweet.
United Kingdom,
That's
we
crazy.
yep, and, we have listeners in Australia and Canada. I just thought that was really cool. I'm like, "Oh, there's another country there." Like, Singapore popped up. I'm like, "Oh, look at that.
Ah,
United Kingdom popped up." I'm
cool.
like, "This is exciting." So, we are international
Look at
podcasters. I just
that.
want you to know that.
Look
Yeah,
at
because of the
that.
Hot Breath Comedy Network. So
That's so cool
what?
though. And that's something we definitely want to be say that we're thankful for. We're thankful for
Yeah,
everybody
for our
who has
listeners.
taken time and listened, and we really hope that you guys have been blessed by the podcast and entertained and maybe informed a little bit. So yeah, I mean, we're not podcasters who are like, I mean, when we see that, we truly do appreciate it. It really
Yes.
does mean a lot to us, doesn't it?
It does, it does. And I know that, I don't know what I was gonna say. Okay, so that's another fun thing is when when you get of a certain age and you start a sentence and then whoop, what
Yeah.
happened?
Well, I
I mean,
think bottom line is every single listener matters to us.
yes.
Everybody who logs on. So you insert name here. You who are
Insert
listening
your
right
name.
now, we love you. We appreciate you and we are absolutely thankful for you.
Thankful for you. Yes.
Something else I'm thankful for,
Yeah.
VanDusen, is really good shows and bad
Yes.
shows. And
Oh
bad
my
shows.
gosh. Yes, I have watched a lot of Hallmark Christmas shows. There are some good ones and there's some bad
I'm not talking about a Hallmark, Michelle.
Oh, okay, that's not what we're talking about?
Come on back, Grandma. Get out of that Hallmark mode. I can't. My mom is obsessed with the Hallmark Christmas shows, and I know comedians have done bits on, just the whole premise of every single show is exactly the same. But my mom, Michelle, because, well, this is just how she's wired. Like she just believes they're real people. She will
Wow,
tell me
okay.
the stories about what's
Yeah.
happening on a Hallmark movie as if it's like my cousin or my
Mm.
aunt or my uncle. Like she's like, "Oh my gosh, so Jenny, she was going to open a cupcake shop, but this guy, he owned the building and
Mm.
she didn't know it, and now they had a bake off to decide who was going to get to own the building. Oh my gosh, that guy, he was so rotten, but then the next thing you know, she was in love with him." And I'm like,
Oh, no.
"Mom." And she's like, "Can you believe?" And I'm like, "They're not, Mom, they're not real. They're not real people." She's called me upset before that somebody died on, one of the her
So does
shows or whatever. And I'm really thinking like great uncle so and so just died in Indiana. But no, it's just a random character on a television show.
so is that credit for the writers or is that credit to your mom? So here's my question. Does she know who shot JR?
Oh yeah, she definitely and okay, back in the day before Google and all of that stuff, before you could actually look people up, I don't know how, but her and my grandfather both were like, "Oh, that's actress so and so and she's the daughter of so and he played in the movie." So like they could tell you everything there was about especially Dallas. They could tell you
Yeah.
everything there was about every actor and actress, the producer, like they loved movies, my grandfather and television shows, and my mom did. And like it would just blow my mind. Like I don't even know who half my cousins are, but she could tell you the whole family tree of, J.R. Ewing and
Mm,
and who shot him and that kind of stuff. But okay, so that's a thing to be thankful for is
yeah.
crazy family. Man, I'm thankful that my family is cuckoo birds because they provide so much material. And I say that because I'm part of that family, right? I'm
Yes,
cuckoo
yes,
too.
you
Like
are.
we are
Yep.
as cuckoo. We should only eat Cocoa Puffs. I'm just saying that's how crazy my family is. And the
Cuckoo for
fact
Cocoa Puffs.
that my family supports my comedy
Yeah.
and there's nobody in the family. And I'm obviously cautious. I'm not saying things to like cut my family down or embarrass them or whatever. My dad loves the material that I do about him because he is that kind of crazy, goofy guy. And he's always
Mm.
been really funny, even if it was good jokes that he was telling the waitress. He's always had a really quick comedic timing and he's always had an appreciation for comedy. And so I think knowing people are just hearing a little bit about him makes him feel very special. And they don't ever say, "Hey, don't do a joke about me." Now, I tell you, I don't joke about I do have one joke about my mother-in-law, but I don't do it yet. Okay.
You're
And
waiting a few years?
it's only when I'm wearing a specific outfit. Okay. I have an outfit and I think it's hilarious. It's a good opener joke, but I can't do it if she's around. And it's not
Interesting.
really, yeah, it's not okay. You want to know what it is, Michelle? I'm not
I
telling you.
do,
You
because
didn't even ask.
now
Never mind. You don't care.
no,
Nobody cares.
we all wanna know what is this outfit now,
Okay.
and what
So
joke.
I have these boots. I have these snakeskin boots. And
Yeah.
just recently I bought a kind of drape that's the same print of snakeskin that the boots are. Like I
I'm
bought them
sorry.
in
You
two.
just you just said drape, and all I'm picturing is Carol Burnett with the
Yes,
drapes
with the
from
curtain
that show.
on.
The
Oh,
curtain.
yes, yes.
Oh, I
Look, I
just
could do
saw it in
that
the
with my
window.
curtains back here. I've got some pretty
Oh my
wild
god.
curtains. Okay, so not drapes,
So
drapes.
a
I don't know
drape,
what
like
you'd
a
call it.
jacket,
I'm not a
like a shawl,
fashionista. Yeah, kind
like
of
a
a shawl
shawl
type
or
of
a
thing.
covering.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so
Drapes.
I have my drape, I have my covering, I have my shawl on, and
Like a
it's
jacket that doesn't zip. Okay.
kind of, yeah, it's sheer, it's,
You're
it's
wearing a
amazing,
blanket.
it's amazing.
Okay.
It was on clearance, so that's the only, that's my fashion sense is, how
Oh.
many cents is off this shirt, and I'm going to buy that and pretend it's fashionable. So I have this, like, long snake thing that
Yeah.
I wear, and then the snake skin boots. And so the first time I put it on, I walked in and I was showing my husband, and I was like, "Too much snake? What do you think? If I got too much snake?" And he's like, and he hates snakes. Like, he hates snakes.
So he
And
gets out his rifle and starts
yeah,
shooting.
I
No.
know. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not a fan of snakes." Okay, so here was my opening joke. I'm wearing the snake thing and I'm wearing the
Yeah.
snake boots, and so it's, kind of the let's address the issue in the room type of thing. And so,
Uh-huh.
introduce myself or whatever. And I'm like, before we even get started, let's just talk about this outfit real quick. Okay, let's get this out of the way. All right. Looking at me, you probably think, "Oh my gosh, that girl really loves snakes." But I don't, not at all. But you know who else doesn't love snakes? My mother-in-law.
Oh,
Michelle,
that's
come
it?
on.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. So I'm wearing my snake outfit because
It's
it
you
keeps my
gotta
mother-in-law away.
yeah,
But I had
no,
it
you
worded different. Whatever. Shut
yeah,
up,
because like, you
Michelle. I am not
just,
thankful for you right now. A good friend would have
I was
laughed at this stupid joke.
I didn't know you were done. I thought
For
there
the
was
record,
more to
I've
go.
done it. For the record, I've done it one time and it got a big laugh. So you had
So
to be
one
there.
time.
And you have to
Yeah,
see the outfit. Yeah,
I'd have to be there.
Oh no,
I'd
I
have
think
to
the way I word it was, I no, I don't like snakes, but my mother-in-law, she hates them. That's what it was. So yeah, when looking at me,
okay.
you might think I like snakes, but I don't. But my mother-in-law, she hates them. And then you see that I'm wearing all snake, which means she's not going to come around because I'm wearing
Right.
all my
So
snake
I
stuff.
think but I think you need to add one more thing to that, so if she hates them, you're like, we're having dinner tonight or something like that. Like you're going to some kind of function that she's gonna be there. Like,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll work on it. We'll work on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm just
Let's
saying. I'm just saying. So what even brought up that stupid joke in the first place? Oh, the family that allows you to joke about
the
them.
crazy
Okay.
family, yeah. So
And
I don't
I don't joke about my mother-in-law because I know that, like, that would be
because it's
something
not a
very
funny joke.
well, one, it wasn't funny at all. First of all, on a podcast, the last thing you want is silence. So you didn't even care about the podcast. You weren't even going to fake a laugh. Come on,
I
Michelle.
couldn't. I'm sorry. I laugh if it's actually funny, and I laugh a lot, but not at that one. I don't know what it is. Just keep working on it. Good
Okay,
effort.
Michelle,
Good
thanks so
effort.
much. Thanks so much. I'm thankful, really, seriously, for you, Michelle, and your brutal honesty. I'm thankful for
Now, for those that are listening, you can't see. She's actually looking at me with death ray eyes right now. If
this
looks
is
could
my
kill,
evil face.
I would be dead 100
That's
times
more of a
over.
that's more a Rick Roberts, Barney Fife right there, wasn't it? Sideways. No.
That looks
Michelle, you
more
know
like a
what? Don't
stroke
comment.
victim.
You are so critical. Why are you being so critical on Thanksgiving? I'm trying to be thankful. And you're ruining it for every. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm
just
kidding. Michelle.
since we're taping this a few days before Thanksgiving, I'm
Yeah.
just prepping you to be in a room with some crazy family that might not think you're that funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, See, I know that my family they don't think I'm funny, and so I don't do any jokes about them. But now I thought about it, I probably could do a ton of jokes about my
You can
crazy
say
family
whatever you want to. Yeah.
because they never come to my shows.
No.
So
If they're
I
not
could
coming,
probably do
fair
so
game.
much family material. I think I might. I might
Yeah,
start writing some stuff.
it's
So
fair game.
I'm gonna dress in this like snake outfit, like I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
like some snakeskin boots, and I'm gonna be like, hey.
I
Let's
would
address the elephant in
pay
the room.
I would
I'm
pay
dressed as a
big
snake.
money, Michelle, to see you rocking a snakeskin outfit. Like, I want snakeskin pants. I want, like, the
Okay.
whole
Okay.
thing.
So you just said you'd pay big money for it.
I would.
You
I
buy
would.
it, I'll wear it.
Would you really? Would
I
you
would.
really?
I
Don't
would totally
try
wear it.
me.
I would
Don't
totally wear
try.
it.
No, like,
My
I don't mean like on the podcast. I mean in public, Michelle. I mean,
I would.
you're about to walk right through the mini mall into Tulsa, Oklahoma in your snakeskin outfit.
Okay, I'll do it. I would totally do it.
Okay, for
So
those who
if
are
you wanna
listening,
see
you
that,
can
if you
reach
wanna see it,
out. Yes, you can
and you
reach
could
out.
yep, and you could donate. You could donate to the cause. Donate to get Michelle a snakeskin outfit.
So what's our email address, Michelle? Where can they email us to get the laughs up
Up.
at gmail.com. The
Yep.
laughs plural up at gmail.com. And let us know if you want to contribute to Michelle VanDusen's snakeskin outfit. I really want it to be in pleather. And if we could get something neon to go with it, oh my gosh, this would make my whole life. My
Wait,
whole life would
neon?
be, yes. I feel like there should be something neon. Like there's neon snake. Google it. There's neon snake
Really?
outfits
Well,
for sure.
I
Yeah.
okay, so if you go on Amazon, June, and pick out the outfit or just
Yes.
find it
Oh,
and then maybe we could like post that or something and so people can donate towards it. I will wear it and we will film it and we'll show it. So
oh my gosh. Oh
we'll
my
do it.
gosh.
We'll do it. Absolutely. And what will be a lot of fun is people will be able to watch that on the Laugh Support podcast on YouTube. They'll be able to watch it on the Creative Motion Network on Roku. Uh, now, if you're just listening to our podcast, you'll only get to hear it, wherever podcasts are heard. Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Player FM, Ghana,
Listen,
all
I
those,
have already
whatever.
found, I have already found neon high-waisted snakeskin pants that are $7.
Oh dear. What have I agreed
$7.
to?
And how this is crazy. They're on discount right now.
Of
Discounts.
course.
Neon green
Yep.
snake
Yep.
print pants. That's oh my gosh.
Which
Bell
it would be
bottom with a
interesting
high waist. We're doing it. We got to do it.
doing
We
it,
got to
doing
do
it.
it.
Okay, but you have to, since I'm fat, you got to get it in, and I'm short. You've got to get it in a roly poly size, the Oompa Loompa style.
See,
So if
but
you
I
can
don't
find
think
that.
you're not allowed to hem them. I don't care how long the pants come in. You have to wear them as is.
Oh, I
Like,
don't hem
no.
anything. I just roll it up. Which
Oh,
we
that'll
need
make it
to,
even better,
yeah.
especially bell bottoms. Bell bottoms rolled up. Oh
Yep.
my gosh. I'm
But I need
thankful
the
for this
boots too.
idea.
I need the boots also. I
Mm,
mean, that's, I'm in it
yeah.
for the boots, people.
I'm thankful for
Um,
this idea. I
all
am.
right. So we have to sign out
We do.
on our Thanksgiving episode. And I'm actually kind of surprised. You know what? I think we should put you in a turkey outfit.
Oh, girl,
we
I already got a chicken outfit.
you should go live up and down your street shouting the laugh support. Listen to the laugh support. We film
Listen,
that.
I have already got 4 red flags on me from the HOA for several different reasons. So, I mean, we might as well, but who knows? Who knows? It could be good. Well, listen, okay, so that's going to wrap up this Thanksgiving episode of the
Thank
Laugh
you for
Support Podcast.
listening.
Seriously, Michelle VanDusen, I am thankful for you. I'm thankful for the fun that we have on this podcast and the friend
I'm
that
thankful
you
for
are
you
to
too.
me. And I'm thankful for the virtual platform. Even when comedy was shut down, we were still able to reach out, get out, and create something new. So
Yes.
yeah, y'all check us out on Roku TV. You
Yep.
can see us on the Creative Motion Network. You can also watch our podcast on YouTube, and then you can listen to us. If you're listening
YouTube.
to us now, you can find us Apple, Amazon, Audible, Spotify, Player FM,
Ah.
and others. Y'all,
Yes.
I
It's
hope
the
you
others.
gobble. I hope you gobble till you wobble. Happy Thanksgiving. Michelle VanDusen. Jesus and June Bug loves you. Tell him something good, Michelle.
Little Michelle and the Messiah tell you to take it higher.
Woo!
What?
It happened, y'all. She did it. Wow.
And we're out.